Yes, everybody, welcome back to Stretford Paddock. My name is Stephen Howson, here outside beautiful Old Trafford. As usual here, giving you the lowdown on what's going on with the transfers. What are you doing?
We need it for a video. Sorry.
Fucking rumbled. First one we're talking about today then is Eduardo Camavinga. This is in La Parisienne, and this is through Laurie Whitwell and also Rich Allen. And they're saying that United have made the strongest contact so far with Camavinga's representatives, and they've offered 30 million euros, which was supposedly the fee that Ren was looking to go for. They're supposedly looking to accept between 30 and 40 million. Well, 30 is between 30 and 40 million as far as I can see. So this is actually starting to look like a deal that could happen. Here's the thing with him though. I'm not sure that he walks into the dressing room and goes, I'm starting week in, week out. And that's how you improve a starting 11. If you signed a Varane, like obviously we have signed someone for the right wing, that guy is going to walk in and say, I'm playing right wing. Camavinga's not going to do that. Camavinga's going to go, I might be world class in about 3 years. Sound. What about now though? Manchester City, Chelsea, and even some of the others in the league, not Arsenal, obviously, they're starting to bring in players that are going to make them a real force to contend with in the league. And if United are doing other shit, like, hey, let's be really good in 3 years, well, you're going to struggle now, and you're going to struggle next season, and that's the problem. Supposedly, PSG are playing the patience card. Didn't know that was a card that he could play. With Chelsea and Real Madrid also being in contact with him, Rennes are trying to start a bidding war. Now, the reason that you're hearing Manchester United's name in this could be a bidding war. It could also be that the interest is genuine and that United are actually in there for him. But that being said, and with all of the other names being linked, I'm reluctant to give it more than a 4 out of 10 at the moment. Right then, Raphael Varane, and this is coming from Marca and El Mundo and Sport, all the big Spanish newspapers, and they are saying that Real Madrid have given a green light for a deal to be negotiated for Raphael Varane. This one is warming up quite nicely, I think. And they're saying that everything is ready for Manchester United to come and take him. And they're saying that they want 60 million euros. United are around about the 50 million euros. Here's the thing, though. There's not a lot of difference in those. And you could probably just go in there now and go, let's split the difference. 55, 55, sorted. That's the sort of deal that I think is now going to happen, or could be something that someone throws up and tries to make happen. The hold-up in the deal is because Real Madrid don't know if he's going to sign a new deal or join another club or try and stay with them and become a free agent next season. They're going to want to obviously try and cash in. It seems like the personal term agreement with Manchester United is at least straightforward, if not already done. It's now a matter of, can Manchester United and Real Madrid come to the agreement on the fee for the player? And we might actually be signing Raphael Varane. And like I just said, if that's the kind of guy that you sign, he is the kind of guy that walks into the dressing room and goes, hey, am I fit? Well, I'll be fucking starting today, then won't I? And we haven't got enough of those. And we certainly haven't got, well, we have got some of those, but they're the wrong players and they shouldn't be starting. And someone should come in better than them and say, I'm starting. How about take a seat, Junior? I'd love Varane at United, and I do think he'd be absolutely mega alongside Harry Maguire. I can't give it more than 5 out of 10 at the moment. I've been burnt before. Christian Romero. Now, this is a name that popped up on Transfer Review about a month ago. Atalanta have raised their asking fee to 52 million. The release clause of 14 million was activated by Atalanta, looking to make a quick little profit. Not really sure what the script is on this one. Loads of previous links, about 35 million. It could be that they're just looking to try and raise a bidding war in him. He's a decent little player. Do I see it at Manchester United tackle? Not really. I don't really understand what's going on with this move. It feels like agent fuckery, doesn't it? So I'm going to give it a 0 out of 10. Joachim Anderson. Oh, Steve, remember when you said, hey, when you're playing someone obscure that has maybe not got too many superstars, that they're going to link him to Manchester United because then they've got some SEO there that makes you, any articles that they write on a subsequent game that you maybe didn't have a lot of interest in is going to have a better ranking in Google and search terms and all that sort of stuff. Yes, now maybe Anderson was linked with Manchester United because he was playing England the other day. Should I read what they're saying? I'll read what they're saying. Foot Mercato saying that Spurs and United are interested in him after he spent last season on loan at Fulham. I said Fulham. Lyon are also likely to demand around 25 million for him. It said that Champions League football would be a determining factor. Cool. Well, why is he talking to Tottenham then? And he's seen as a cheaper alternative to Varane. I'd be a cheaper alternative to Varane. Doesn't mean I'm actually an alternative, does it? That is a load of bollocks. We're not signing Joachim Anderson. He's not on a list. He was literally an SEO plant, so someone could write an article a couple of days later talking about England and fucking Denmark and not get completely swatted around because they've not done previous articles. I've got keywords in it like Denmark and this defender Joachim Anderson. 0 out of 10. Outs. Hang on a minute. Why aren't we talking about Jason Sanchez? I come here, sometimes to Old Trafford, and I talk about Jason Sanchez. Now, I know last week United signed that kid that used to play for City, Jadon Sancho, but why is all the rumours of Jason Sanchez stopped? Can't fucking find any of them at the moment. I'm worried. If anyone finds him, let him know I'm looking after him and let me know. I hope he's all right. Anyway, here's the outs. Paul Pogba, MEN, via Foot Mercato. PSG have been in contact with these reps. Fucking have they. Recently signed Ramos. Loads of talk about Ronaldo going there. Mate, if they had Pogba and Ramos and Ronaldo, fucking Pochettino's going to have a hard time coming second next season. He's going to really struggle to come second next season, I tell you. And they've been in contact and have supposedly been impressed with their pitch. Yeah, do you know what their pitch was? Hey, do you want to win everything? Both parties believe a deal is possible. Previous reports state that talks are open for a new deal. Others said that United want a high valuation, and I think they should. I think United should push for a high valuation. It shouldn't get rinsed. United shouldn't be getting rinsed and losing Paul Pogba. Yes, there's a year left on his deal, but you've also got a cracking footballer there if you keep hold of him for a year. It depends how much United are willing to lose on losing the player or how much they throw in front of him to try and extend him and keep him. Big decisions to be made about Paul Pogba. Do I see him going to Paris Saint-Germain? No. Yeah, I'm going to have to give it at least a 5 out of 10 because I still find it spooky how Raiola came out and said what he said in December, which was like game over sort of conversation, and then almost immediately it went quiet. Solskjaer absolutely finessed it into the fucking back of everyone's mind, and nothing has been said. So I wonder if the deal wasn't done then for him to either leave or to stay, but it was sorted and dealt with then. And whatever we're about to see play out, whether that's a new deal or whether that's him signing for Paris Saint-Germain, has been done for 6 months. And maybe that's why it's so quiet, which I know is counterintuitive, but just fucking roll me on this one. 5 out of 10. Jesse Lingard, and this is ESPN, and he's got no intention of being used as a mate weight for Declan Rice. West Ham want 100 million fucking for Declan Rice, and they want to use Lingard in a player plus cash deal, and due to the relationship with the club and with Rice himself, he doesn't want to leave. Fair play, I guess. There is talk about Jesse signing a new deal. There is talk about him going and playing somewhere else. West Ham seems to be that preferred destination. I wouldn't be surprised either way, to be honest with Jesse. Although I think the best thing for him would be to go and to continue the form that he's just had. Because I don't think he's getting anywhere near the United starting 11. I think he should go and just see the rest of his career out somewhere where he's going to be fucking appreciated and actually play some football on a regular basis. Jesse Lingard to leave, I'd say a 6 out of 10. I think it's just over halfway likely. There's a couple of other bits of news that sort of broke as well, just right now, really. And one of them is Ted and Mengi has supposedly got an agreement with Derby. Now, Derby have only got 13 senior players because of a transfer embargo that they've had. So I don't know how this is going to work with them bringing in Mengi. Obviously, he was on loan there last season, had a bit of a shaky start, and then really impressed everybody. Such a young player playing in the Championship as a centre-half. Is nuts to be doing that sort of stuff, but he did it, and he looked really good doing it. Derby obviously liked him, obviously want him, and do you know what? Half of me thinks, go and do it. Because the chances of you breaking into this United team in the next 3 years is slim. And that's not to say he's not a good player, because I think he's an excellent player. But centre-half is one of the hardest positions to break in. I think you need experience. I think that's the one position, like you can bring a winger on, and you can bring a striker on, and they can just nick you a goal. And they can maybe do some things that inexperience causes, and it doesn't affect how the game goes. Like, you can bring in an 18-year-old forward and he can make a couple of inexperienced runs or inexperienced decisions. But if he bagged, then everyone's a winner. If you're a centre-half and you make a couple of inexperienced errors, you just fucking lost 2-0 and you're a dick. So I think it's really hard to be bringing through centre-halves. That's where you do need your experience. So if I'm Ted and Mengi or if I'm advising Ted and Mengi, I say go and get those games. Go and get those games and become a fucking £80 million mistake for Manchester United in a few years' time. Because I think that's the best thing for your career. From a United fan perspective, I'd love to see him go on loan. I'd love to see United manage that and send him somewhere where we know he's going to get games. And we've had a couple of decent loans last season. Mengi and Ghana probably being the real standouts for successes on loan. Can we try and replicate that before we bring them back into the first team? This looks like it could happen, though, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And we'll leave it there. Maybe there's another one that we'll talk about next week. Maybe Ethan Laird could be going somewhere, but maybe we'll talk about that next week when the papers get hold of it. Cheers for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.